All right, joining us now by Zoom is our go-to automotive expert, David Zoia, awards auto analyst. So, David, I know we talked to you during our 11 o'clock hour, but the strike is here now. People are on the picket lines. We watched them march out of that Ford, Michigan assembly. Now what? The negotiations just continue, or?
Well, it sounded from Fain earlier that negotiations would actually stop for tomorrow. So it looks like there'll be a bit of a pause. Hopefully they resume soon. It's hard to say.
And right now, only 3 plants. Not everyone's going on strike. Is this a good approach? We haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I think he's being strategic about it. He's hitting the 3 companies in a segment that's very popular, very high margin. So it's a segment that's going to hurt them if they can't get product into the pipeline. So I think that's strategic. Seems to be spreading it around the country a little bit. I don't know if that's part of his philosophy, not to, to hit one state, particularly hard. And he went after assembly plants rather than, say, engine plants and transmission plants, which would have, a few days of those being shut down is going to affect just about every assembly plant. So he's being pretty strategic about how he goes about this.
So it sounds like he's turning the pressure up, but then again, it does lack that solidarity with everyone in the union. Do you think that that's still a good choice?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I think it'll be interesting how fast it ramps up. I think he'll have to play it as to whether they're making progress, and I think if they're not making progress, he'll start to ramp it up a bit, and you'll see that spread throughout the UAW. But yeah, it's probably a little hard on the workers who have to walk out while the other guys get to keep their jobs for now.
Absolutely. Now, the automotive industry is just now getting back in the groove after that supply chain shortage, especially during the pandemic. I mean, how bad is this going to hurt at this point, and how far will they be set back?
Yeah, as you know, we're not back to volumes, pre-pandemic volumes in the industry at all. And inventories have come up in the last couple of months, but they're still pretty conservative, I would say. Most of the companies are running about 50 to 60, 70-day supply. So there's not a lot in the pipeline. And then, when you look at a model by model basis, you can be hurt on the very popular model. So it won't take long before, dealers start to feel the strain of supply, and it trickles out throughout the whole supply chain.
Do you think this is enough pressure? Are the automakers going to be under enough pressure to really move?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I think it is a lot of pressure. I think, the fact that they're all in it at the same time is a different it's a different approach, and that could amp up things a little bit. You have all 3 companies now negotiating at the same time. It's very complex, I think, when you do that. But it also, it's also competitive in some ways. Each company is in the game and can sort of call the shots on the contract. So you could see, things really moving a little bit faster with all 3 of them negotiating at once.
Well, I know people are hoping that this is going to be a short strike and not a long, prolonged one that'll hurt our economy here in Michigan and hurt everyone all around.
All right, David, thank you so much for being with us.